What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we're going to talk to you about Faraday Future. I want to give you a quick overview of some of the data points and just generally what is happening again and how investors are just not catching on. Before we get into any of that though, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So Friday, it did close 5.98%. They've been continuing their PR blitz, as you can kind of see right over here. So they did put out news on Friday saying that this fashion model, whatever this Brooks individual, did take possession of their car. But their last PR has been more associated to that. They had news coming out on the 11th saying that they're trying to do more stuff in-house, and one is doing the EV seats. I'm not really sure about that. I know a lot of companies such as Rivian and Lucid are starting to do more and more things in-house to, again, cut costs. So I think Faraday has the right idea, but seats, I don't know if that is going to be something that you can actually get a good utility out of, in my opinion. But because it might be easier just to simply order them and then plug and play rather than kind of making them in-house. I feel like that's very inefficient. But beside the point though, there has been lower and lower volume. So when it comes down to that, I've been really analyzing the volume in the past, and especially how you can kind of correlate it with, for instance, dilution, because there's a lot of notes out there that still have yet to have a lot of conversions behind the scenes. So this one clearly stands out, December the 9th, and I'm always very cautious with Faraday whenever it goes up and you see abnormal volume but yet no news. So December the 9th, there was absolutely nothing that did come out during that time frame to justify the abnormally high volume. So all in all, Faraday is one of those weird scenarios, and this is where I have not a problem because I'm not invested in Faraday, nor am I shorting, so I have no financial interest. I only do videos because I've been kind of doing them for roughly 2 years, and it's more for educational purposes. And for those of you that have been following me for a while, you'd know I've been on point with Faraday's, where they've been going and everything like that. But I feel like a lot of investors right now are just short term and they're neglecting the past. And one thing that I just wanted to bring up that, based on their last earnings, made a lot of investors aware of is that all of those previous deliveries have been not paid for. So all of those influencers that they've worked with, all the big name celebrities, Chris Brown, they did not pay for their vehicle. They got paid or just, I guess, compensated with that vehicle. So essentially, Faraday hasn't realized any money from any of that. So it seems as though right now this is their next big thing. Is this the fashion model and designer, Suede Brooks? I've never heard of them before, but clearly they're really trying to push it, even on social media, on their Twitter page or X page, whatever you want to call it. That's something that they've been really focusing on. And in my opinion, I feel like a lot of investors are just, like I said, narrow-minded. And most likely it'll be interesting to see during the next earnings to see if Faraday did realize any actual money from this, or if this is just another one of those, hey, here's a free vehicle, like, can you just market it for us and just say that you love it? So it's I feel like a lot of people are just not really catching on to Faraday's scheme. And I say scheme because I don't think anyone's really willing to buy their vehicle, so they're trying to kind of trick people. That's my opinion, of course. Again, I'm not here to kind of get you guys to buy, sell. I'm just giving my viewpoint. One thing as well, they're really trying to rebrand. So Q1, or I think it's first half of 2025, they'll be doing their ticker change and clearly changing the logo because they want people to forget Faraday. They want to forget this logo that they have right up top here, and they want to start fresh. And I think, regrettably, a lot of the float is held by retail. So I feel like a lot of retail are going to get suckered into, hey, this is a new company, new and better than before. So it is what it is. That's how retail usually gets tricked into things. But rinse and repeat, right? As far as right now through Ortex, it does indicate 22.2% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 9.71 million shares. Friday shorts did increase roughly around 40,000 shares. Cost to borrow average 29.72, and then utilization is 91.56. So all in all, like I said, I think Faraday could really survive, but any investor getting in now is just going to be mass dilution down the line. Even looking at the options, 36,000 in calls, 36,000 in puts. Even though Faraday's pretty much at like all-time lows, you are still seeing 52% of all the options being done as bearish. So people are anticipating for it to kind of be roughly around that 50 cents. Even the calls that are being purchased, you see some bulls assuming it will be roughly around that 50 cent, $1 range. So like I said, and I've been stating time and time again, I still do feel that there is going to be a reverse stock split Q1 2025, and that from here on out, it is just going to slowly go down. And so anyone investing now, your equity is just going to go poof down the line. So I hate to say it, I'm always, I guess, seen as the bad guy, but I just like to say it how it is. I'm not here to kind of sugarcoat things or whatever else, but let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Have you been buying? And if so, why? What's your viewpoint on what do you think Faraday is doing different now that is going to really like cause you to drop what you're doing and buy it versus many other opportunities out there? So yeah, what's your viewpoint? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Hopefully everyone's having an amazing weekend thus far. And then one final thing, I did launch a Patreon roughly around 3 weeks ago where I'm giving buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto. Many of them have been absolute bangers. A couple of them have actually doubled. One has tripled recently. So yeah, just in a span of 3 weeks, pop over there to take a look. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.